everyone, it's Miss Hannah from Stardust. We are going to be doing a very special story time together today because after I read you each page, we're going to do a special dance together. So sit down and relax, and I hope you enjoy the story. Blossom the fairy, she flew through the woods, enjoying the nighttime, visiting as many friends as she could. She sparkled and danced amongst the night sky, her fairy dust leaving a trail as she flew by. But all of a sudden, something wasn't quite right. Her fairy trail went dark and as dull as the night. "What's happening to Blossom?" her friends called from the trees. They watched as she spiraled, floating down on a breeze. She landed below, not able to fly. "Are you out of fairy dust?" her friends yelled from up high. Blossom reached in her satchel, but nothing was there. Her fairy dust was gone. There was not one drop to spare. Blossom whined and sighed. "What do I do?" But she wasn't alone long. Down her friends flew. "I'll lend you some of mine while you go search for more. Fly to Mother Willow. I heard she has lots in store." Blossom smiled real big, thankful for the help. Then she flew off on an adventure, nervous she felt. So we're now going to do a little dance together, everyone, pretending we've got beautiful fairy wings just like Blossom. So heels together in first position, and we're going to float one arm up and down. Good, then can you show me the other one? And then both together, flap those wings. Beautiful. And then Blossom's fairy dust disappears and she falls from the sky. So we're going to do 2 spins. Spin on your toes and then fall down. Lovely. Well done. Should we try with some music? Standing tall and flap those wings. Fly in a circle and beautiful and oh, what beautiful fairy wings, everyone. Fast spin this time, 2 spins, and fall down to the floor. Lovely, well done, ballerinas. Let's see what happens next to Blossom in our story. Mother Willow lived far, a journey she would take. But Blossom worried a bit. Would this be a mistake? Could she make it to the forest where Mother Willow lived? Would she have enough magic, or should she just quit? But the brave little fairy flew onward ahead. She had to make it. There was no time for tears to be shed. She flew over a field filled with flowers below. But just then a strong breeze blew, and again she fell slow. She landed on a flower. The magic again had run out. "What do I do now?" Blossom whispered to herself. But luck was on her side. She noticed as she looked around. The flower field where she fell was a fairy playground. How lucky was it that where Blossom flew, it was a field full of flowers and it was a fairy playground. So she finds lots of other fairies playing in the playground. So we are going to pretend that we are fairies too, playing together in the playground. So we're going to fly to the side and we're going to look for a fairy friend to dance with. And then we're going to fly to the other side of the room and look for a fairy friend to dance with. Then we're going to gallop around. You can gallop in a circle or up and down your room. Now you can hold hands if you've got your brother or sister or maybe your grown-up to dance with you. You can hold hands and you can dance around the fairy playground together. If you haven't got a fairy friend to dance with today, don't worry. You can put your hands on your waist or hold your gorgeous skirts, or you might have a toy at home that would like to be your partner and dance with you. Shall we try together with music? Ready? Show me those fairy wings. Lovely. And let's fly on your toes. And look for fairy friend. Fly. And look. Let's gallop. So holding hands with your partner, or holding your skirt, or hands on your waist. Good. Let's go again. Fly. And look. Fly. And gallop. Good. One more time. Show me those wings. Look for a fairy. And ready to go. Good. Finish in first position. Wonderful galloping, boys and girls. Let's see what happens to Blossom at the fairy playground. The fairies surrounded, helping Blossom to her feet. Are you okay? You landed pretty hard on your seat. Blossom told them her story, how her magic ran out. We can help you, dear Blossom. We will share our fairy dust about. But I just met you, Blossom said. Why would you help me? 'Cause all fairies help each other out. That's the fairy guarantee. Blossom smiled again. For both strangers and friends, there was good in this world. She had hope once again. Thank you, my new friends, but this time I won't fly. That way my fairy dust won't again run dry. Blossom walked through the field and came across a pond. She leapt between the lily pads and she jumped right along. So in Blossom's adventure, she has now come across a pond. So she has to jump and leap between the lily pads to make it across without getting wet. So we're going to snap our feet into parallel position. So that's when our toes and our heels are touching. And we're going to do 3 little jumps to the side. Now these are very special jumps. And we're going to do a parallel pas de chat. And pas de chat in ballet means step of the cat, because cats are very good at jumping. So we're going to lift our knees up really high. Jump. Good, like we're jumping over a little fence. Very good. Have a try with me. Jump. That's it, and point those toes. And then we're going to spin on the lily pad. And then we've got to do 3 more little jumps. Jump, and jump, and jump, and spin. Lovely, very good. Then we're going to try and do some little leaps. So can you put your feet in first position for this one? And we're going to do a little leap to the side. That's it, like you're jumping from one lily pad to the next. And then we'll have another lovely twirl on our lily pads before we leap back across the pond. Wonderful, so we're going to start over the side of the room with our feet in parallel position, ready for those very special pas de chats. Are you ready? Standing nice and tall, hold your skirt or hands on your waist. And jump. Good. And jump. That's it. Pick up those feet. And spin. Let's go back. Good. Jump on those lily pads. Lovely. Spin. Good. And leap. Leap. Lovely. Spin. And back. Good job, everyone. Should we try those pas de chats again? Up. Good. Lovely jumps. Spin on your lily pad. lovely. Great jumping on your lily pads, everyone. Let's go and see where Blossom goes after she's leapt across the pond. At the end of the pond, a waterfall she found, a rainbow overhead, its beauty astound. She stood at the top, tired and meek. Walking was hard work, especially with such tiny feet. Blossom heard a sound. She wasn't alone. Another little fairy sat next to her on a stone. "Hello," Blossom said. "Wait, you look just like me. Why aren't you flying? Did your magic also go free?" "Yes, my magic ran out. I've been walking for days. I'm so tired and lonely, and my head's in a daze." Blossom felt sad, and she wanted to help. She reached in her satchel and pulled her fairy dust out. "Take some, take as much as you need. I'll get more under Mother Willow's leaves." The little fairy was touched. She thanked Blossom truly, then set off on her way. She flew away smoothly. But for the first time in days, Blossom wasn't worried. She would reach Mother Willow and fairy dust would be flurried. Blossom was so sweet and kind, sharing her fairy dust with another little fairy in need. So we are going to do a dance pretending that we are sharing our magic fairy dust. So we're going to fly to the side, and then I want you to pretend in your hand you've got magic sparkly fairy dust. And we're going to balance, we're going to point our back foot behind us, and then we're going to blow our fairy dust, and then spin on your toes. Let's share some more fairy dust. We'll fly over here, find another friend, and blow them your magic fairy dust, and twirl. Lovely. Then we're going to throw some fairy dust, throw some fairy dust, and then together blow some to everybody. Beautiful. Let's do our magic fairy dust dance together. Good. Flap those fairy wings. Beautiful. Let's get ready to share our fairy dust. Fly. And blow. Spin. Fly somewhere else. And beautiful. Spin. And let's throw some. Lovely. And again, fly somewhere else. And blow your magic fairy dust. Spin. And fly on those tiptoes. Throw your fairy dust and spread it to everyone. Beautiful. Well done, everyone. She swam over the waterfall and down the river she went. There she found the island just past where the river bent. Mother Willow stood tall in the middle of the island. It was so calm and so quiet, even the wind was completely silent. "Mother Willow, I come in search of fairy dust. My satchel is empty, and it's in you that I trust." The mighty Willow was sweet. She looked down at Blossom. "Take a second look in your satchel. What you'll find will be awesome. For the magic of a fairy is not in her dust. It's in the love that you share. Remember that you must. On your journey, sweet Blossom, you got help from both strangers and friends. And when you needed it the most, you gave your own fairy dust away in the end. That love to another is what makes your satchel full, and never again will it be empty or null. Now fly back home and tell others what you have learnt, for the way of the fairy is to share all that is earned. Blossom's heart was filled with joy, for she had learned something better, to love one another, for there is nothing greater. What a wonderful end to the story! Blossom started with just a teeny tiny bit of fairy dust in her satchel, and she was so kind to share it and give it to another fairy in need. But by the end of the story, her satchel is full of fairy dust. So in this dance, we are going to pretend we're really tiny and we're going to grow really big like Blossom's fairy dust did in the story. So I want you to start down on the floor, and can you curl up into a little ball as small as you can be? And then we're going to grow as big as we can be. Small as you can, everyone. Very good. Now let's see how tall we can grow up on your tiptoes. Wow! And let's be tiny again. Curl up really small. As tiny as you can. Lovely. And this time, let's see how big we can stretch. Wow! Beautiful. And let's curl up small again. And stretch tall up on your toes. And we're going to spin round. And up. Beautiful. Well done. What a lovely story. I really hope you enjoyed that, everybody, listening about Blossom and her adventure and dancing along with me. If you did enjoy the class today, please hit the like button below and subscribe to our channel so I know to make you more videos like this one. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to dance with you again soon.